Hello.
Hello there. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Can you please state your name and your occupation?
My name is Arthur Sam Walton, and I'm the director for the Executive Leadership Program at St. John Fisher College.
Okay, thank you. Um, where are you from, and can you tell me a little bit about your neighborhood?
Well, I'm originally from Sarah, Mississippi. It's a small town, rural town in northern Mississippi, but I grew up in Buffalo, New York, and I moved from one inner city neighborhood to the next, but I largely spent most of my life in an urban area um, called Cold Springs.
Hmm. Okay, thank you. In 60 seconds or less, please describe any struggles that you may have faced growing up.
Um, well, I faced racism at a very early age. Basically, I was told early on that I was not college material and that I was jail material, actually, and that I had no real future in front of me by my counselors, primarily in high school, and then later as I sought other opportunities. I say isolation was a big factor. While we lived in a variety of areas in the inner city of Buffalo, we never ventured far outside of our own neighborhood. So I was 18 years old before I really got outside of Buffalo and ventured to other cities.
Okay, thank you. What do you feel is the catalyst that kept you on the right path?
Well, I'd say first and foremost, my mother. My mother only had an 8th grade education. She later went on and finished high school and also got her master's degree and ended up being a teacher in Buffalo public schools.
Oh, wow.
But she was my inspiration, and she always kept me on the right path, and she always had faith in me that I would amount to something very special.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So,
Okay. And provide me with 3 keys that you think have led to your success.
one would be perseverance. I never believe in giving up, and I think if it's a problem, that it's just a flip side of an opportunity. So I always try to figure out a way to get things done in spite of some of the obstacles. I think integrity. I believe it's very important that if you give your word, you should keep your word, and above all, should make sure that you honor and respect other people.
Okay. Good. That's great. And lastly, do you have any last-minute words of inspiration for any black males that may be watching this, in particular younger men?
Yes, well, let me use a proverb that my grandmother often used with me, and I call it my Grandma Walton's proverb. And it basically says, the salvation of a community begins in the homes of its people. So as young black men, we always have to recognize that the importance of demonstrating that we have integrity and that we believe in ourselves, but we also have a role to play with respect to building our community. And I think we have to take responsibility, for our actions, but also take responsibility to make sure that others that follow in our footsteps have opportunities to become all that they're capable of becoming. So we have an obligation and should be making a commitment to others as we go along, first to ourselves, but then secondly, and probably equally as important, to others who are to follow.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.